a doe and her fawn, and go burning hot the steam above.
Penticton singer-songwriter Ari Neufeld first felt the pull to perform at the age of 8 on a church mission trip to New York.
At my back.
We learned a bunch of choreographed songs and performed them with a positive message for people in places like Brooklyn, little band shells on the edge of Manhattan and stuff. It was at that point that I decided that I wanted to sing, and I was pretty tone deaf. No matter how much I asked, I was never given solos because I was a terrible singer.
And I tumbled down like spring.
Still drawn to music and performing as a teen, it was when Neufeld was introduced to guitar that he found a direction.
Tore into the guitar, got my dad to teach me everything that he knew, and started really watching the people in my life that I respected that played the instrument. I really kind of resisted getting guitar lessons because for me the whole joy of the instrument was constant rediscovery and finding something that was a little bit different and a little bit less predictable.
He has continued that sense of exploration and strives to create and maintain what he calls an authentic artistic experience.
Fans don't want to be force-fed a formula anymore. They kind of want to figure stuff out on their own. My fans, anyway, what they appreciate the most is something it's vulnerable in its creation. My repeat customers are people that love to see what new kind of ideas I'm bringing to the table since the last time we hung out.
And I laced it like a crown into her hair, so when the light passes through and it plays off her body just...
As an independent artist, Neufeld had a true do-it-yourself approach, recording, touring, and building a solid fan base. His hard work paid off thanks to a chance encounter.
I agreed to play one of the smallest gigs I've ever played. It was in Summerland at this deli. One evening there was a wine pairing dinner, and I think there were 8 guests. And I was performing in the corner, and one of the guests was this guy from Texas, and he just loved it. He absolutely loved what I was doing. He told me, I've been looking around for the last 10 years for somebody to invest in that had the heart, and I want that to be you.
This new patron took Neufeld to Austin, Texas, the live music capital of the world, where he has thrived in the creative atmosphere, signed to a label, and is recording an album.
When we entered the studio, I very much knew what I wanted to do with it. I knew what kind of instrumentation I thought would make it soar. We hired some of the very best dudes in Austin. When it was all said and done, it was like I just went in and stirred up the pot. I didn't want it to be too crisp. I didn't want it to be too produced. I wanted it to have a real sense of grit.
The first single, Carousel, was just released.
And the rest of the record is just badass. It's my finest work so far, for sure.
You can find Carousel at Rock Army Records/Ari Neufeld. The full album is expected to be released in early spring. For Shaw TV in Penticton, I'm Doug Brown.